What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we got a whole series of steps done of the Into the Depths quest, an entire week's worth, actually, and we're going to be jumping back into yet another set today. So let's go ahead and interact with the sonar station, and let's just jump right on into this thing.
What's the word, sister? All this Golden Age tech is impressive stuff. Almost makes you wonder how they lost back then, you dig? About that, if we're looking to win this time, I need Savathûn's swamp to wash up a few finishing touches for my rig. Cracking skulls and looting halls is your bag, hero. That's why you're headed to her throne world. That pyramid Savvy brought down, it's cut off from the witness. Scorn bigwig's been digging tech we can use out of that burning heap. All you have to do is find 'em and take it. Then you let old Drifter worry about the kit bashing. Easy. Hey, one more thing. Xivu dripping nonsense in your head, too? She's been recounting some of my more heroic exploits. Dark Age's been on my mind. You know how the past is. You pull the trigger and people die, so you don't have to. Then, someone comes along and wants to forgive you for that. Like it's fine. Won't ask what Xivu's dredging up for a killer like you. Wouldn't be polite. Thundergun's down there, though. Been under pressure so long, everybody's looking for cracks. Don't get me wrong, coin to table, she's been through it. But I don't think Sloane's looking to be told it's fine. 'Cause it ain't. 'Cause it needs to be ugly to win. And then, you live with it. See you on the other side.
Todd Habercort's such an incredible voice actor. All right, so we need to go to Savathûn's throne world and secure pieces of pyramid technology from the Scorn. With it, he can modify his extraction equipment to work in the deepest trenches of Kraken Maris. So what do we have to do? We have to get some amorphous alloy by defeating Scorn on Savathûn's throne world. Easy enough, I would say. There are plenty of places to run into Scorn, pretty much any of these areas. More so the Quagmire and the Miasma. Fluorescent Canal is a bit more hive-focused. But we should be able to just run down to the Quagmire and take care of plenty of Scorn. And I know a path that we can take that should make things even easier. Now, I've switched things up a little bit. Today, we're going to be running with Risk Runner, as well as a sniper rifle with Headstone. And we're going to stick with our Half-Truth sword. Risk Runner should, while not playing into melee as much as something like a trench barrel shotgun, is going to work due to the close quarters nature of everything we're doing. But I think more than anything, and the most important part, is it does actually reduce all of the arc damage that I have been taking, of which there is a lot this season. So it actually kind of makes sense. I mean, Scorn has a lot of it. Hive have a lot of it. Arc is just very, very common. So let's see if we can't go. Wow, I went right into the tree there, didn't I? We're just going to head on over this direction, kind of past just one plain toast. And as we head down here, we should start to run into some Scorn. And if we don't, at the very least, we can start making our way into the temple. Looks like everybody kind of cleared out the Scorn on the way here, didn't they? I would assume that that's the case, so I will probably have a lot more luck finding them as I go down here. This is just to kind of avoid going through that same lost sector that everybody goes through whenever they need to actually get themselves some Scorn kills. So just kind of keep heading on through here. We're going to have to put that away now so we can start making our way through. But we're just about there. Here we go. Okay, so there's some Scorn. Now we'll just start making our way through this temple and killing them until we get everything that we need. So there's one amorphous alloy. There's two. You notice we're already getting them at a pretty solid rate, and that's going to continue as we make our way through here. Where are you at? There you are. Hello there, Chieftain. Not bad at all. Not a lot running around in there, but at least it's something. There's going to be more enemies that spawn right here, though, so that's good. What's up, Wraith? Oh, that's a lot of them. Even got a big boy here. Perfect. I wish they were actually shooting out more arc bolts and I didn't have to get blown up by the Screebs to actually get this to go, but that's fine. There we go. Take you out with that. Perfect. All right, that is a pretty good start so far, and as we continue to make our way along this pass, we are going to run into even more of these guys. Oh man, I forgot how good this sniper actually feels to shoot. It's so unbelievably accurate. I say as I then whiff a shot. I mean, I was taking a while to line that up, but you get it. Okay, hey, Chieftain, you want to throw that at me? Let's see. I don't think that is going to trigger the thing, but if he can hit me with that. There we go. There's Art Conductor. That's what I was waiting for, although a little late now that nothing else is really running around and alive. We'll just kind of keep heading on over this way. Hello there. We've almost got all the ones we need. Or we're making progress at least. Oh man, that was a shot if ever there was one. I was hoping to get him with the headstone shot, but I didn't. Beautiful. Thoughtless is such a freaking good sniper rifle. It just feels so incredible to use. But all right, deeper into the depths we go. I just wanted a little bit of a change of scenery, so we're taking a path that, yeah, we've been through before in this Let's Play, but we just don't go through as often. I actually don't remember, though, if the deeper we go in here, if the Scorn comes to an end and we start to run into Hive again, but I don't know. How, is it my quest not tracked? I swear I tracked it at the start of this episode. It is. Okay, we literally just need 2 more. And that's what I get for double tap and circle. All right, where are the last of the Scorn over here? Probably floating around in one of these rooms, although, again, these could possibly be Hive. I suppose we'll find out when we go around the bend. And nope, they're Scorn. We're good. Perfect. All right, there we go, into the depths. Complete a deep dive activity. Hey, well, there's a reason they gave us a deep dive key at the beginning of this, so I'm going to have to go ahead out and do that next. And I will probably keep with this build as we go through it, but I'll catch you kind of in the middle of that activity depending on where it sort of drops us in. All right, that was a pretty quick turnaround. With that deep dive done, we are back here in the Helm. Let's have a listen to another conversation.
This is awful.
Sure is. You ever been outside of Seoul?
Never had a reason to.
Can't say I recommend it. Saw some stuff while I was out there. Bad stuff. A world colder than you can imagine. Creatures that suppressed the light. My crew. Let's just say we wore out our welcome. Creatures started closing in. Trigger fingers got itchy. Some of us froze to death. A lightless, final death. The others, they didn't go so quiet. Not until I shut them up. Not sure how long I stayed after that. Had to mod my ghost to survive. Used the parts from... I did what it took to get off-world. And now I'm here.
I'm no stranger to combat, but... How did you leave it all behind?
I didn't. Some things you carry with you forever. But eventually, they stop feeling too heavy to lift.
Thanks for the drink, Drifter.
Anytime, Sloan.
Anathema. Calamity. That which cannot, must not come to pass. Denial. A fleeing god. Betrayal. And escape. The pursuit. For the final shape.
Okay. How you doing, big girl? Gosh, she is quite something, isn't she? So, we still don't know actually a ton about Asa, or we haven't really learned a whole lot about her. We've just kind of heard some tidbits here and there's some hints. We do know that she is not from Titan. She ended up here somehow. She's from another world, actually, but what world exactly? I mean, we're still trying to learn these little tidbits here, but it's taken time. Of course, some of this stuff is unfortunately shoved a little bit into the lore. Now, of course, all of this is accessible. All we have to do is go into the... Where am I going? In here. No, I need to go in the collections. There we go. Jumping into the lore over here, and there are different places that you can get some information in regards to what's going on here. We're going to get more of these as we unlock them from our triumphs here. So what we do is we go into Journey, Triumphs, and over to the Deep. And there's a couple things in here, but so far we're getting stuff from the Legacy book, and this is where we're going to learn a little bit about where Asa's actually from, and also how she kind of ties into this entire thing. Because how would she know so much about the Witness, you might ask? I mean, aside from the fact that she's extremely old. Well, it's all going to be answered in time, I hope, because we're actually getting sort of close to the end here. You can see that we're now sitting at 27 out of 39. But let's talk to Sloane.
We're almost there. My link with Asa feels crystal clear. It's a little frightening, but strangely comforting, too. A lot changed while I was gone. It feels like the entire universe moved on without me, and now I'm struggling to catch up. Old enemies became new allies. New enemies wield the light against us. And old allies, friends, like Amanda. Sometimes I wonder, if I returned to the tower, would it even be my home anymore? Or would I just be a phantom? A forgotten memory wandering its streets at night. Xivu Arath's voice keeps telling me I don't belong there. That the battlefield is my home. That it always has been. Maybe she's right. Maybe reliving what I went through over and over again is a way for me to stay in familiar territory. To remain in the hell that I know. And avoid the one I dread. Either way, the mission comes first. I have to see it through to the end, regardless of where I end up when it's done.
Okay. Get ourselves another engram for our troubles, and then it's going to try to kick us into the next one, but of course we are going to back out before we go any further. All right. So, man, we are kind of just breezing through this at this point. We're at step 29 out of 39, getting kind of close to the end here. But we're going to be taking a little bit of break, a bit of a break from the Into the Depths quest line, starting with the next episode. Now, I'm off by a couple of weeks, but generally around the middle of the season, or middle of this, at least this quest line, is when a new activity was dropped into the game. Now, this is not technically a part of the season, but it is also very much a part of the season. Much like Duality was absolutely part of the Season of the Haunted, much like Spire of the Watcher was absolutely part of the Season of the Seraph. This next dungeon, Ghosts of the Deep, is absolutely a part of Season of the Deep. I mean, just listen to the name. It's pretty darn obvious. Now, this is a dungeon that is going to be taking us down into the Arcology once again before we go into the depths, exploring a completely different part of Titan than what we have been going through thus far. And what awaits us at the bottom is a surprise that I'm probably sure you're not ready for. This is a really awesome dungeon, although it is quite the brutal one, and we're going to be going through it together for the next few episodes. It's probably going to be be a 3-episode affair, might be 2. I honestly can't remember how quickly it went down, because this is, I mean, you all know I'm past the point where I'm going to be soloing these dungeons, have been since Duality at this point. This is one that I ran with a couple of friends, so you'll get to see that full thing in action, and I will be narrating how that all goes as we run through it. So take a little bit of a break, but we will be back to this here in a few episodes' time. I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing that dungeon in action. It's a really, really good one, despite like one crucial problem with it. And lore-wise and aesthetic-wise, more than anything, I think it is the best thing that this entire season had to offer. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this one. Thank you all so very much for watching. Let's end this as we normally do by listening to some radio chatter, and then I will sign off.
The ever-forward march of time has a humorous way of looping in on itself, doesn't it?
In some ways. A long-lived perspective makes it difficult not to see trends die and resurface.
Do you think that's how the Witness sees us? Variations of potential, or lack thereof?
What's really on your mind?
Sloane. She is singularly focused on her mission. That type of focus. You forget to come up for air. It's like a death when it's over.
Your command can be an anchor. Keep her from drifting. That's what I tried to do for you.
I seem to recall pushing back against your methods quite often.
The Dark Age drove us to extremes. Your style of leadership is more refined than mine.
It wasn't long ago that I was your pupil. Since then, I'd like to think we've developed a trust beyond authority or duty. How did you foster that friendship while being my superior?
You're not listening, Zavala. I didn't. Remember, you left my tutelage. All I did was give you the lessons I thought you needed to survive. Nothing more.
You're saying I can't be all things?
I'm saying I can't tell you what you want, because our friendship was not of my making. When the Iron Lords fell, when the Red Legion caged the Traveler, when the pyramids filled our skies, my heart was not open. You were. Despite your doubts, others see you as a pillar of strength. They're drawn to the shade you provide. Just stay standing.